at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Kansas State Wildcats. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Cardinals ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Makes the quick grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Johnson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Oakley. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He goes right back to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. Turns it on at midfield. Wide open spaces. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And it's not a surprise on this first possession that they put the ball in the quarterback's hands and let him run it. This dude can fly. Palmer, I know it's the first possession, but sometimes it's hard to really understand how fast guys are until you see them on the field. It didn't look like they got it on that first possession.
No, David, we were talking to their defensive coaching staff this week, and they thought they had a good plan on paper to slow this guy down, but you're right. It's a different thing once you get out there on game day, and they're going to have to make some adjustments right now because you know this defense, I know it's early, but they're already reeling because of that guy's speed.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Skinner. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Cardinals are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Working that left side now. Smashes through the tackle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that's why this guy is so dangerous. He's an explosive play just waiting to happen, and it doesn't have to come just handing the football off. That was a simple check-down throw, but he got it to him in space, and all of a sudden he does the rest.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Johnson wants to throw it. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get in my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown Cardinals. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A quick pass to the left.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looks as if he's going to run it. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Johnson looking to throw. Williams open on the right side. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the big throw. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lockett. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Johnson wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Right on target this time. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Kansas State pushing the pace. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Looking for a big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. Kansas State quick to the line. Johnson looking to throw. Complete. Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown, Wildcats! He got a step and just dusted the field. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Hughes. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it along the sideline. Here he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Louisville!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The RPO, it's complete. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Wildcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go, ready. Black 14, ready, go.
Johnson looking to throw. Pulls it in, it's Oakley.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Timeout taken here, 2nd one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty at 2nd and 7. looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Got a little grass. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Kansas State.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The offense changing the play. After the run, now to throw. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. And with that, they've taken the lead. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellows, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 6 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. Let's now check in on some top 25 battles today, as the landscape in this sport is truly ever-changing.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He's out past the 35. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals! They take the lead with the 6. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Cardinals need to pick it up on 4th down. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Quarterback will keep it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. A designed run for the quarterback. Can't get him to the ground. Here's a little room there. Touchdown Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. Flips it out in the flat. Crosses the 30. He's got it. Makes the grab in their space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Wildcats peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
On the move. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So now it's 2nd and long.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man in the middle. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now on the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Using his feet. Touchdown Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Johnson looking to throw. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here.
That keeps the score. Louisville 35, Kansas State 30.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they turn it into a defensive score. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. They want to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
Number 43, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads it downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Brings up secondary.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Ready, go.
Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do.
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Kansas State pushing the pace. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for an open area to his left. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Tried to buy a little time and then finally just said, well, let's run another play.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Still a one-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Well, they turned the ball over on that last drive, ended up giving up a field goal, and now they could really use a touchdown this time around.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Turning it on! Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's got him. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a 1st down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the 1st down.
The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to run, it's Brown. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he made the extra point without problem. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads it left. And his throw is incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Flips it out to the back. On the move at the 30. Breaks away on the left. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they've got the lead in the final minute. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked off, and he's got open room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You've got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm into this game right now.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Tries again to get it in. And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! A penalty marker is down. If this is on the defense, the offense is going to have a choice to make. Do you dare take the points off the board and go for the touchdown?
Number 43, set to kick this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. It's one thing to execute